I am trying to get my video working and it doesn't want to work. So just give me one moment here.
Sure. With that, can I ask Jenny a little bit about how things have been working for her this week? Or
please do.
Okay. So Jenny Bacon was the first person to get some coaching from Kevin for this call, and I just think it was very powerful. I learned a lot. I hope everybody else did. So Jenny, how has your week been, and have you noticed a difference in the way you're surfing life?
Yeah, good morning. I have. I also am doing the 30-day challenge, and so now we're into day 6, and that's awesome. But it's just that constant reminder that we are in control of our state, and you can just continue to move forward every day with putting a smile on your face and making that conscious choice to be positive. And when you do that, what I've noticed is my delivery comes out so much better.
Yeah. Yep.
Your what comes out so much better?
My delivery.
I'm getting a big echo on you, Jenny, and I'm not sure why. But I did learn the other day in a live that you need earbuds on. People need to have their Bluetooth on echoing. I don't really understand all that, but anyway.
I can't get my.
Take
my earbuds off.
We lost Kevin.
I'm right here.
Oh, there he is.
We all need a fancy mic like Kevin.
Okay, Kevin, take it away. And Jenny, if you want to share more, however you guys want to do this, and then we'll turn it over to Anna. I'm getting a feedback. I'm going to mute myself.
All right. First of all, are you guys able to hear me clear? I'm getting some thumbs up. All right, good. Whatever is going on, it's been really choppy, Marisa, this morning so far. It's like coming in and out, no dissent. We were hearing like every third word if you weren't getting the response that you were looking for, just so you know. It was hard. All right. So one of the things that I want to do, and I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. And so I'm going to put you guys into something before we start, because one of the things with Anna and I, we have worked together. Anna, you don't get to disappear on that screen. Come on, girl, come back on. I got to see your little video. There you are. There we go. So Anna and I have worked together in the past and doing some stuff every now and then. And one of the things that I can always sense with you, Anna, is your energy when you start to get frustrated. And you disappeared on me again.
I'm here, sir.
Okay, that energy when you start to get frustrated. If you can go video, I'd appreciate it.
Can you see me?
Can't see you, just got your pick. And so what I really would like to do with everybody today, since this is not just about Anna, it's about every one of us, let's just do one simple thing. And I want you to, we're going to change your state. Jenny mentioned state changes. And if you are part of the 30-day program that we have right now with doing the Tony Robbins stuff, he uses some NLP techniques, which is one of the things that I work with clients on as well. And it's about changing your state and being in the optimum state for performance. For those of you that don't know what NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. And how it came about is they actually modeled some of the top performers in any area of life, and they modeled their behavior and figured out what it was that got them to be who they were. Why were they so much better? Why were those top 1% or even 1% of the 1% so much better than everybody else combined? And one of the things that the founders of NLP discovered is that they were always in the optimum state when they were doing a task that they want to do. So as you guys are sitting out here today, and even when you're getting ready to pound that phone, just by a show of hands, when you're getting ready to hit that phone and share LifeVantage with somebody, raise your hand if it feels heavy versus light. So if it feels heavy versus light when you're getting ready to share with somebody. There's some honesty. There's some, yeah. And even Marisa, she's like 50-50. And honestly, I would have said that Marisa, if anybody, you would have probably been the lightest one of the bunch. And when I say heavy, now let me add some things. If you start to get in your head a little bit and you get a little bit nervous, like what are you going to say? How are you going to say it? Now raise your hand. Start a little bit nervous, unsure, unsettled, maybe just a little bit, that's not sure if I'm ready to do this. Like, get that hesitation. What I want to do is teach you guys something really quick that's going to help you get empowered, but I want everybody on video. Nobody hiding. Kathy and King, you're hiding. Nobody hiding. And I want you guys to do this together so that everybody doesn't feel silly doing it, okay? So what we're going to do, my cameras, we might all have to stay seated just because of the cameras situation. But I want you to sit up in your chair. High spine, chest out, shoulders back. And how do you guys feel when you feel like this? Just moving from where you were to just doing that, how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel more energetic or less energetic? Give me thumbs up if it's more. Immediately more, right? Now let's just go back. Shoulders down, slunch it down, put your chin on your shoulder. So just put it right on your chest, your chin on your chest. You have to go back to anatomy school. Your chin on your chest, shoulders forward, and just kind of look towards the ground. Notice how you're feeling right now. All right. So does that feel more or less energetic than what we just were in? Give me a thumbs down or a thumb up. So did you guys notice that simply just by changing our posture, we can completely change our state of being? One way we felt empowered, like we are in control, and another way we felt really low energy, like we're like, boy, I just don't know, I'm relaxed, I'm just not really all there, right? So if we do a simple exercise, Tony Robbins does this in his morning priming, but I do it just with clients when I feel their energy shift. I will literally stop them in the middle of a conversation and we will let them do this. I do several things during a session with me. Number one, I always ask people what's going well. You guys ever asked your family or that simple question? Like when you first come in the door, I'm going to change every marriage in this whole community today. If you just simply do one thing, when you walk in the door, if you ask your spouse, hey baby, what was great today? What's going well? What's the best thing that happened to you today? If you guys just simply start with that question first, your marriage is going to change. I promise you, every single one of you. And if you don't have a marriage, do it with your children. If you don't have a child, do it with your friends. Just ask that question before you get the chance to dump on you. Ever have a friend, raise your hand, that every time you talk to them, they start dumping on you? And it's like, they're telling you all the things that are going wrong. Do you have any distributors that the first time they get on the phone with you, immediately they're telling you what's going wrong? Raise your hand. It's like, oh my gosh, this isn't right. This is wrong. The auto ship was wrong. And before you guys even move forward, you're talking about all the negativity, right? Switch it. Before you even begin a conversation with anybody, just say, I know you got some problems, but before we go there, just tell me what is going good in your life today. It can be something as simple as, I'm breathing, I had a shower today, whatever it is. Find that gratitude sign back there. Find the gratitude, right, of what's going well, and it shifts people's energy so that they're in a higher state so that they're able to handle any situation that they're going into. So last week, I wish I had done this with Jenny, and I didn't, but we're going to do it today with Anna, and I want you guys all to play along. What we're going to do is you're going to put your hands next to your ears like this. Shoulders back, spine high, chin up, okay? And we're going to pump up in the air, and each time your hands go up, you're going to blow out. It's going to sound like this. Okay? We're going to do 3 sets of 10. Before we begin, just notice your energy right now, because I want you to pay attention to how you feel after. You guys ready? And begin. 9, 10. All right. I just can only imagine what everybody watching this that doesn't have audio is thinking right now. All right. It's great. All right. And again. Keeping them up. Now make sure you're blowing out those really deep breaths, right? That's a really important part of this. And again. How are you guys feeling? Where's your energy level? Did it go up? You're starting to feel the blood rush to your brain. You're starting to feel a little more energy. Now, everybody, just for the fun of it, stand up. I know the cameras are going to be weird. Stand up, just kind of like hop around like your fighter in the ring. Just kind of bounce around a little bit, all right? All right, now I want you to make your Superman or Superwoman pose. Like, oh, yes! Do it, just do it. Yes! Come on, you got it. Yes! Oh. Now, just clap your hands one time and make a fist and say, yes. You ready? Yes!
Yes.
Yes! All right. How do you guys feel right now? Before you told me you were in a pretty good state to call a client, right? You told me you were like in the great energy to do it. Is the truth that that energy sucked compared to the energy you're in right now? Up or down? If you called somebody right now, do you think that you would be able to handle any conversation? If they said that stuff's a scam, do you be like, woohoo? No, it's no scam. Like it just brush off you, right? Because you're in a high energy state. You guys, this is as simple as it is to change your state. It's not like you have to go for a run or you have to go for a walk. Your state is your decision. If you're having a bad day, if you just did what I showed you to do, you will completely change your state. Just like that. You will feel empowered. You will feel like you are the person that can control the situation and you can go out and you can perform. If you do it before a presentation, how would this make you feel? You know, if you did it before making love, how would you feel? It'd be like, woohoo, baby, where'd you come from? Don's like, yes, yes, yes. So you guys, seriously, this is fun stuff and you can change your state in many different ways. That's just one of a few different techniques. But I wanted to do that because I wanted Anna to be able to have this high energy when we enter this conversation. Because sometimes, Anna, am I allowed to be free?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Anna comes in a state of overwhelm and overwhelmed, anxiety, feeling like she's not good enough, like she's doing something wrong. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And today, I want her to know that she's a badass and she's powerful. And so to get her in that state, we had to get her in the state first. You can't feel like a badass if you're in a really low energetic state, right?
Right.
But today, if you guys take nothing else away from this but that little breathing thing, and if you teach your kids and you guys just do this regularly with each other, if you're married and you just get your spouse and you guys are getting on the edge like you're hungry and you're like angry at each other and you just do that, it'll change your state. Okay? So, Anna, talk to me, girl. What's going well?
What's going well?
Yep.
Oh, there's an echo.
Yeah, what's going well?
Well, through my busyness, I feel like when I'm busy, really busy, that my energy's high. It's probably kind of like what you talked about, because I'm having to look up and really concentrate on what's around me. And I accomplished several meetings this week, lots of one-on-ones. I got a platinum pack a week ago Sunday, and I was supposed to get one this weekend. I'm not sure what's happened. I need to follow up after this meeting, but she was excited so she can get the pack this week before she goes home and visits her family this coming weekend. So, but I think just being busy, and I was teaching at school, so that helped. I was in my zone being a teacher, and so
that's awesome. I'm going to congratulate you because I was waiting for you to give me the what's going well, and then take it away with what didn't go well. Did you guys hear how she was like almost segueing into, well, when I'm busy, my energy is high. And I was waiting for you to say something like, but when I slow down, I start to get in my head. Okay. So when you guys focus on positive, stay positive. You did a good job right there. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right. So what was your biggest challenge this week?
So my biggest challenge this week is Miss Roxy Rose, who's a practitioner, was excited to sign up this weekend, and she hasn't yet. So I'm trying to find out why and be ready to resolve concerns. And I'm just a little concerned because she was very, very excited.
What's the story you're telling yourself?
That she's not going to sign up? Is that what you're... getting to?
I don't know. I'm not getting to nothing. I'm asking you what's the story that you're telling yourself. Is that the story that she's not going to sign up?
I want her to sign up. I'm excited for her to sign up. She talked with Sean Poe. She talked with Dr. Silverman, very excited. But you want to hear what I'm worried about is...
I want to hear the story you're telling yourself. Absolutely. Everybody else wants to hear the story too, right?
I
Everybody
sent all
raise their
the
hand.
science webinars to her, all excited, you know. But I'm afraid when she, and I know it sounds silly to some of you, but I'm afraid when she finds there's green tea and the most favorite thing that she loves, the Axio, I'm afraid she's going to pull back because she's going to learn that and all the stuff I sent her, and I haven't heard from her for 3 days now.
Wait a minute. What is she going to learn in all the stuff you sent her?
That there's green tea. That's been a big hang up for some people.
Oh my
I'm finding
gosh.
I know.
Green tea?
I know, for real.
Tragic.
I'm finding that's where I lose people with some people. I know. Trust me.
Okay. So are you hearing the story that you're telling yourself?
I know, yes, but I'm trying to be honest.
No, you should be honest with me. But I want you to hear, you guys, there's 3 things that ultimately decide the outcome of your life. Like, you know, the quality of your life that you're having. Last week we worked on Jenny's values. You guys remember that? That wasn't by mistake, you guys. I like to work on people's values because it helps put in place where they need to be and what they're doing and for the reasons that they're doing it, okay? If somebody feels, I believe last weekend, Jenny, you said you were out of balance, right? You just felt like some things weren't in balance, if I remember right. When somebody tells me they don't feel like they're balanced, a lot of times because they're not paying attention to their values or don't even know what they are. That's why I jumped right there. I didn't do a good job explaining that was my reason, but that's why. So if you can make sure that you're monitoring your values, if you can make sure you're monitoring your beliefs, so your beliefs, your values, and the third thing is your state. Those 3 things are going to determine the outcome of your life. Got that? Your beliefs,
Value, state, beliefs.
your values, your state, and your belief. So right now, as you and I are talking, I got you in a high state. We know where your values are. You and I have worked through some of that a little bit, not as in depth as we did with Jenny, but I know what your core values are, correct?
Yes.
So what is affecting you at this moment when you start thinking about the green tea?
Well, that's been one of my biggest, when I have to solve problems or what's the correct verbiage right now?
Say with those 3 things I gave you. I'm going to cut you off for time. Okay. What are the 3 that I just gave you? Your belief, your values, or your state? Which one of those 3 things right now is causing you an issue? Is it your state? No, you were in a high state. No. Is it your values? No. That leaves one. That leaves one. Your beliefs. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. So your beliefs are what's causing you an issue because your belief is that, I asked it to you in a different way, what's the story you're telling yourself? You guys, we all make up stories, don't we? Mm-hmm. Every single one of us, we make up a story that we want to believe, and that story is going to dictate whether or not we feel good or we feel bad. And understand that if your thought is, like, for an example, she doesn't want to sign up with me because it's got green tea, it makes you feel how, Anna?
Disappointed.
Disappointed. If you feel disappointed, what kind of action are you going to take?
Kind of hold off and...
Hold off. And if you hold off, what kind of results are you going to get?
Nothing.
And if you continue to get nothing results, what kind of thoughts do you start to create?
Negative thoughts.
Negative. And if you feel negative and you're not taking action and you got negative thoughts, how do you start to feel about your business?
Maybe starts to go against your values.
Yeah. And do you feel like you want to take action towards your business and that this is what you want to do and you can do it? Or do you start to feel like because you're not getting results, it's not working for you?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It sounds about exactly right, doesn't it? All right, so what I'm trying to show you guys is that's the downward spiral. Are you seeing it? It starts with your thoughts, it goes to how you feel, then your actions and your beliefs. And if you continue to not have the results, you continue to spiral downward. My screen's only so big. But it sends you downward, doesn't it? Because one bad thought creates a new bad thought, which creates a new bad action, new bad feeling. It just keeps going down. On the flip side, what happens if you have a little bit of energy like last week? When you were out there, you called me or you texted me and you're like, Kevin, I'm being me. I'm doing what you said. And all of a sudden I can talk to these people and I'm reaching out to people. It's easy when I'm just me. How did that make you feel?
It felt awesome because I set up several meetings back to back to back.
And when you felt awesome, your action was you set up several meetings back to back. And what was your result?
I have lots of meetings to get on this week.
You have a lot of meetings and you got a platinum pack.
Yes.
A new platinum pack distributor.
Hopefully too, yes.
Hopefully too. So you guys, do you see how the upward spiral works just the same way? Ooh, it goes up, right? So when you get in this little cycle, you got to figure out where you are. Here's the crazy part. You never stay in the middle. You're either going up or you're going down. And the fun part is it's your choice. It's absolutely your choice. Because if we sit, Anna, and we focus on this one particular doctor who you don't know why she's not getting back to you, and you focus on green tea being your reasoning, it makes you feel disappointed, which starts you beginning your downward spiral. Let's take this doctor away from you. Let's pretend she doesn't even exist. But this downward spiral has got you starting to move downward, okay? Are you going to move your business forward or not this week if that's how you're feeling, if you're feeling disappointed?
It's not going to move forward this week.
It's not going to move forward. All because of one person. Do you guys see how when we say, don't worry about what one person thinks, it's bigger than what you think it is? Because that energy, instead of brushing it off, that energy, that story you're telling yourself about the green tea, is creating you to pause in all other areas of your business. Whereas if you just continue to take action and put her on the back burner, Anna, and say it's not her time yet, but somebody is waiting for me and I have to go find them today, how would that make you feel in comparison?
Yeah, that starts to make my energy high. Put her on the back burner and just let her.
Mm-hmm. If you started to think instead of it's the green tea, what other reasons do you think she might not be getting back to you?
Just probably a busy weekend.
She had a busy weekend. What else?
Maybe the money. I don't know.
Oh, there's another belief. Ooh, you know what? You guys, this is going to be fun for everybody except for Anna. You guys ready to play a game? We're going to teach you guys how to get rid of limiting beliefs once and for all. This is good. By the way, it sucks if you're the participant, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Because do you guys hear the limiting beliefs that come up as I'm speaking with Anna? First, it was a green tea. Then it's time. Then it's money. It's the same things that we all tell ourselves, isn't it? We all have the same things. We think that we know what's going on with a person before we actually have the answer. Do you ever do that in a relationship? You think you know what your spouse is thinking before you actually ask them. And you think you know that they're mad at you, but it actually turns out that maybe they're just busy or their favorite sports team just lost their star player. They got traded away and you're like, why is he mad at me? And he's not actually mad at you at all. He just doesn't want to bother you with sports. I mean, it's a silly analogy, but this is real, okay? So you guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of this limiting belief. You ready? 3 things you're going to do. Number 1, Anna, your limiting belief was that this doctor, you guys hearing this? This doctor doesn't have enough money to buy a Vantage Pack. Do you think that's true or do you think that's false? You can answer. Do you think that's true or do you think that's false? This doctor doesn't have enough money to buy a Vantage Pack. You can answer. You thinking?
No, she probably does.
Okay. Probably does. Are you trying to get off the hook on this?
No.
Okay. I think if she needs to find the money, she can come up with the resources to buy the Vantage pack if she wants in.
Right.
I don't think anybody else here is going to doubt that answer. Is that correct? I think anybody can find the money if they want to get into this. It's all a matter of you got to allocate your resources. If you want it bad enough, you're going to find a way. Okay. So I think money is a limiting belief. Does anybody else agree with that? Okay. How many people, be honest, have you said, well, I think they don't want to join because it costs too much? Be honest. It's the money. Yeah, we all have done that. All right. So what's the opposite of that? What's kind of like, so here's first step is identify your limiting belief. It costs too much money. That's your limiting belief, right?
Mm-hmm. What's
the opposite of that?
That she has money and she'll find the way to do it.
People, let's just take her out of it. That if somebody wants to do this, they will find the money. There's great value. They will find the money to do this. Did everybody else on this call find the money when you needed to do it? We all did, didn't we? Every single one of us. Was money tight when we had to try and find it? Of course it was. But when you see the value, you find it. So the limiting belief is that it's the money, but the reality is people will find the money for something they value. Right? So that's the truth. People will find the money for something they value. Now here's the fun part. So we've identified the limiting belief, and we've also identified the opposite of that belief, right? So we know the truth. People will find money if they value it. Anna, if you continue, this is the third step. If you continue to hold on to this belief that people don't have enough money to do this business, what will it cost you?
My business?
What does that mean? What if you don't have this business? What's it going to cost you? I'm asking for vulnerability now.
Okay, so ask that again so I can understand it from the other direction.
I want you to close your eyes and imagine this life with all that you want for LifeVantage and you and all the things that you believe this could be for you and your family. All these wonderful things, all the reasons that you and Lauren have done this in the first place and put all these years into this. I want you to think about all those reasons. And as you start to think about it, I want you to bring it together with your senses. So I want you to see your future. I want you to see what LifeVantage could provide for you and your family. See it. Bring the colors into your mind. See the faces. See their smiles. Think of all these wonderful things that could happen. Hear the voices of those people that are thanking you for all that you've done for them through LifeVantage. How does it make you feel inside? How do you feel because of what you've been able to accomplish? Because you went through all these things and you were able to accomplish all this great stuff with LifeVantage, not allowing these limiting beliefs to hold you back anymore. Do you see that future? You can just shake your head. You're starting to see what it looks like and all these things that you and your family are able to do because of this. All right, now coming back to me, I want you to take the same journey with me. Because of these limiting beliefs that you hold, green tea, but more specifically today, I want you to focus on people don't have the money to do this. It's a money issue. They don't have the money to do this. And this belief, every time you talk to somebody, every time you talk to them, it's like, man, if they don't sign up, it's because of money. And man, every time they don't sign up and it's because of money, it makes me frustrated because then I don't even talk to the next person or the next person. And this week goes by and I don't do anything. Now I want you to look around and see 5 years from now, what's happened to you and your family because you didn't take action, because you held on to this belief that nobody has money. I want you to look and see what 5 years out it looks like. You're not doing this anymore. You're regretting that you let this go just simply because you had this stupid belief that nobody had money to do this. Where are your kids? How's your marriage? Are you guys traveling? Are you serving your purpose? What does that look like for you? How does it make you feel inside? What do you hear? What are people saying to you? What does it sound like when they're calling you and saying, hey, are you still doing that Life Vantage thing? How does that make you feel? You have to tell them, no, nobody could afford it. I had to walk away. How does that make you feel? Now fast forward, go out 20 years. You didn't do this thing. This belief that people don't have money, you didn't do this thing at all. And now you're still teaching, but you don't have all the things that you dreamt of that Life Vantage could give you. What's going on? Look around, see it, bring the colors in. See the faces. Hear the sounds. Feel the feelings. Come back to me, Anna. How did that trip make you feel?
Yeah, like I let my family down, myself down, a lot of people down.
Why? Why did you let them down?
Well, for one, by quitting, that would teach my children right away that's we live in life. And I teach them not to quit.
Yeah. And so you quit and you got out of it simply because of one simple belief that nobody had the money. So where we went with that stupid belief, didn't we? We took that one belief and we took it deep into your future, and you got to see what it would cost you to hold on to that belief. You guys, each and every one of you on this call has some belief that you're holding on to that is absolute freaking bullshit. I've held on to a belief for so many years that I can't have love and money at the same time. So I chose love over money for many years. Just before my divorce, I was making just nearly $500,000 a year in sales. When I got divorced, I'm like, it's not worth it. None of this is worth it. I don't want this anymore. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my energy. I walked away from making money because I believe that money only brought pain. And it has taken me years to get rid of that thought process in my head. So each and every one of us has some bullshit belief that you're holding on to. And if you do the simple process of what's that belief costing you? I know each of you, raise your hand. Was there a belief that you brought into your mind as we were talking through this stuff? What's it costing you? You got to write it down, and you got to look at what that belief is going to cost you. And then look at the opposite of that belief. Now, do you want to get rid of this belief once and for all, Anna? Because this is the fun part.
Yes, of course.
All right, this is how we're going to destroy this limiting belief once and for all. You ready? Who is your favorite cartoon character?
My favorite cartoon character?
Your favorite cartoon character. Come on, you're a freaking teacher. You have cartoons in your head. Come on.
Mickey Mouse came to my mind.
Oh, Mickey Mouse. How does Mickey Mouse sound?
I can't talk. I like Mickey
Oh,
Mouse.
no, you're going to talk like Mickey Mouse today.
That's not.
No,
I
it
just
is
like
possible.
specifically because it took him 10 years to be created, and that's kind of one of my.
All right,
he went-
give me your best. Like when you read it, I know you're a great mom, and I know you're a great teacher, and I know that when you read stories, you use your best helium voice. And I want you to give me the best helium voice. Just say hi, Kevin, in your best helium voice right now.
Hi, Kevin.
That's pretty good. It can go a little higher though, because it's not quite silly enough. Try it again.
Hi, Kevin.
That was better. All right. So now I want you to give me that limiting belief. People don't have money to get involved in Life Vantage.
In that voice?
Oh, in that voice.
People don't have enough money to get involved.
Yeah, that wasn't fully playing out. That was like about a quarter of what you're capable of. Play full out. I want to hear that, and you're going to keep going until you give me the full play. Go.
People don't have enough money to get involved with Life Vantage, Kevin.
Yeah, a little higher, a little bit more passionate, a little bit sillier. I want it to be as silly as you can give it. Like you're reading a story to your kid for the first time and you want them to just be like, my mom is the greatest mom in the world. Go there.
My mom is the greatest mom in the world.
Yeah, well, that's good. But now you got to do the limiting belief. Give me your limiting belief. Go.
I know. I was trying to change my...
Yeah, I know.
People don't have enough money to get involved with Life Manage.
That was better. Do it again, like that.
Oh my goodness. I have to pretend you're all children.
Yeah, just do it. The sooner you do it, the sooner this is over.
People don't have enough money.
Yeah, you're doing good.
People don't have enough money to get involved with Life Manage.
One more time and I'll let you off the hook.
People don't have enough money to get involved with Life Manage.
Yeah, you guys feeling her now? Yeah. All right. And some of you guys think I was tough on you in our session. So now when you start to think about, this is the fun part about this, guys. So now when you start to think in your mind that people don't have enough money to get involved in Life Manage, what's going to come up for you? And if you haven't gotten the lesson, we're going to have to do it a few more times.
Silliness.
Silliness. Do you hear that stupid voice in your head?
I heard Kevin making me, yeah.
Yeah. Do you see that vision of where your future took you by believing that belief?
Yes.
So by eliminating this belief, by believing that people do have enough money to do this if they want to, what is that going to allow you to do that you weren't able to do before?
Okay, so for example, want me to give you an example that I thought of?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I keep running into people who always use the excuse they don't have money, so I'm always trying to figure out how to help them manipulate the system so they can buy it, or figure out how to help them. But so last Sunday I was taught a lesson in a hurry. So when I was signing him up on the Platinum Pack, I was prepared to resolve concerns of not having enough money when I got to the subscription. And I just barely explained him that he had, several months of supply in the Platinum Pack. This is going to be good. And then I get to the subscription and they say, okay, now you need to get your monthly subscription. So I went directly saying, okay, let's at least get you on a $40 a month pro tandem. And he said, well, with everything you've taught me, shouldn't it be the Vitality Stack? I just thought that was a good pie in the face moment because that's what I should have taught him. But I was afraid on the belief people don't have money.
It's pretty interesting because your belief that people don't have money actually affects them more than it affects you.
Mm-hmm.
Your belief that they don't have money doesn't empower them to do what's the right thing. So you're so in your head about people's money or green freaking tea that you're worried about these things and it comes off to them as being worried about them. Whether you are consciously paying attention to it or not, it's coming off to them as there's some concern, some energy that's coming out of her that I need to be concerned about. There's some energy that she's given me that's preventing me from wanting to move forward because I don't understand this relationship with her and I. Anna doesn't feel like Anna right now. She feels like she's not telling me something. And that does come off to people.
Mm-hmm.
So these beliefs affect us, you guys, more than what we believe them to. They change the way we act, they change the way that we behave, and they change the way that we behave towards others. So Anna, today, all we did is work on one simple limiting belief. If you were to build this business from this step forward and never once again allow money to become a determining factor in how you treat somebody or how you proceed, what do you think would happen to your business?
Well, definitely take off. It'd be doing a lot better.
I want you to close your eyes right now. And if you guys are in the same realm about money, close your eyes. And all I want you to do, actually, I'm going to do the other breathing technique real quick just to show you another one that we can use. If you guys are overwhelmed, if you're full of anxiety, I do another one called a 5-5-7. And it's simply you breathe in for 5, you hold for 5, and you exhale for 7. If you're feeling a state of overwhelmed, if you're just full of anxiety, this is going to calm you down and bring you back to center. So I'm going to count to 5, and you're going to breathe in. Then I'm going to count to 5 while you hold your breath, and then I'm going to count to 7 while you exhale. We're going to go through that 3 times. Do this with me just to see how this makes you feel. And then I'm going to take you guys through a little guided trip about erasing this belief about money, and then we'll call it a day, okay? So here we go. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't be too cool to do this. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a deep breath in and release. All right. With your eyes closed, I want you to imagine what your life is going to look like if from this moment forward, you never believe that people don't have enough money to choose to change your life with LifeVantage. I want you to see into your future 3 years, the person that you've become, simply by eliminating one simple belief that people don't have enough money to join LifeVantage. With your new belief that people have an abundant amount of money to do what they want to be empowered to make their choices, to do what they want, and to build their dreams on their own terms. I want you to see what that future looks like for them and for you. Money is no issue. People can do what they want to do. Look around you. Look at the people that you've affected. If you're at a LifeVantage event, just imagine yourself in the room with your team surrounding you, of all these people that were empowered enough to make their decision, their choice, to take a step forward in their life to get what they wanted. Because you allowed them to make their choices, and you didn't pass your judgment and your feelings and your beliefs onto them. They had this power, and now here they are. And all of you are together and unified and working for a common goal of helping others. How does it make you feel inside to achieve this goal? What are their faces? What do they look like? Are they smiling? How does it make you feel to know that you've affected so many lives? Look around. What colors do you see? Bring it in vividly. Make this images stronger. The people, the colors, make it brighter and bigger. Bring it closer to you. See it as though it's right in front of you, like you could feel it and you can taste it. Now, what do you hear? What are the voices saying? What is the sound? What are you thinking in your head? Amplify those sounds. Make them louder and stronger. Hear it and believe it. And finally, just focus in on how you feel, because you now know that everyone who wants to do this has an abundant amount of resources. Money is not an issue. They can do whatever they want, and so can you. How does it make you feel to finally understand and believe that you can have what you want, and so can they? You're going to come back to me in 5. Keep that vision strong. 4. Hold on to it and believe this next time you're talking to someone. 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath in and come back. How's that for everybody? Did you feel a shift? Could you feel a shift as you started to see your future and see that and envision what it's like to remove that limiting belief? You guys, your values, your beliefs, and your state are the only 3 things you need to control to shape your destiny, period. You already know what you need to know to become successful. Every single person on this call has more than enough information on how to build LifeVantage. If you're here, somebody else has shared this business opportunity with you, and all you have to do is have them help you. If you know nothing else, that's it. Don't get overwhelmed with information. get overwhelmed with action and serving and get to the place where you guys want to be. If you find a limiting belief holding you back, work through this process similar to what we just did. So, Anna, what's your takeaway?
I can help a lot of people just by getting rid of a limit. They don't have money, and help to understand that their health is.
You cut out a lot there. I'm assuming what you said. Can you just try one more time, see if you're there this time? Oh, I think we lost you. You're frozen.
Yes.
And I can't hear. Okay. I heard you say that you're going to be able to help more people simply because you don't have that limiting belief that they don't have money.
That they can be healthier.
And they can be healthier. Yeah. You guys, you're all a gift to somebody out there. Oop. Sorry, Anna, you're really just, connection's awful. You guys, you all have a gift, whether it's your personality, your love, the grace that you give somebody else, the passion that you share with them. You all have a gift to share. LifeVantage has a gift to share. Whether they choose to accept your gift is up to them. That's it. But your limiting beliefs, if somebody isn't there with you, if they're not ready, that belief that's holding you from sharing with the next person, that's your choice. You can control that. You can change your state. You can change your beliefs. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with LifeVantage. There's nothing wrong with what you did or what you said. Just go out and share with people and get yourself in that state where you don't feel overwhelmed by the energy that somebody else brings to the table. So, Marisa, that's all I got.
There, how's that? Health is your best investment. Health is your best investment.
That was amazing. Really powerful. Sorry, I'm echoing. Anybody have a question for Kevin?
Awesome. Did anybody else have any takeaways that you'd like to share? One more takeaway. I'd love to hear from somebody. Isa.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so very much.
Oh, you're welcome, Sveta.
And it's awesome what you said. And I think the message is believe in yourself, but also believe in others.
Yes.
You know, it's not about pushing Platinum Pack and making the biggest commission on them and making them intimidated and stuff. No, you believe in yourself and what you are bringing to this world. And they see this, they believe in you, but they will start believing in themselves.
Absolutely. You guys, one of the toughest things for coaches, like I coach a lot of coaches because a lot of coaches can't ask for money to help somebody. Like so many of us don't want to have to take money to to help somebody else, whether it's in coaching or whatever anything is. But I'm going to tell you, I've had some people that really couldn't afford coaching and they came up with the money to give for coaching. And I allowed them, by that process of them having to figure it out, I empowered them to take action for what they wanted for themselves. And each and every one of them that case happened with, they are more powerful and stronger today, and they've moved quicker in their future because of that decision. You have the same opportunity to empower somebody else. When you try to give them the easy path, they just start to think that there's no value here. So like when you try and make it easy for them and say, well, I'll buy some of your packs back, or I'll do this or whatever, so you can get involved, that easy road isn't doing them any favors. You know, you have to just allow people to feel empowered because they were able to do it. They were able to find the resources. They were able to figure it out, do that. And it's actually empowering people to do something they wanted. So, Isa, you were out there. You had something. I saw your hand.
I just wanted to say thank you. That was really powerful, Anna. Thank you. It was really apparent to me how what we believe, what our limiting beliefs are, though, are not even true. They're just thoughts about what we're believing someone else is thinking, like about the green tea or whatever, or the money. So it just really stood out to me. this exercise, and for a lot of reasons. And Sveta, what you said, just keep being yourself, because, and sharing from your heart, because once again, any thoughts that we might get that are limiting beliefs are just thoughts, and we're in control of that. So
Yeah.
awesome exercise, Kevin. Thank you.
Awesome. And Anna, I'm just going to share this real quick. You guys, her and I had a conversation last week that got her fired up a little bit. She called me in a little bit of overwhelm and despair before going into a meeting. And all I told her is to forget everything else except for just be yourself. Because the reason people are attracted to Anna is because who Anna is. Raise your hand if you agree with me. If you know Anna, it's your personality, girl. It's not what you know. It's not how you say it. It's because of you. When I look at you, I'm like, yeah, she's passionate. She gets it. She is a server. If you're anything but that, people read through it and they're like, something's not right with Anna. But when you're just you, they're like, holy crap, yeah, I want to do whatever she's doing. Give me some of what she's on. Like, that's the difference. So when you just became you, last week changed, didn't it?
Yes.
Yep. So you guys, everyone out there, you're the best you can be. Okay? Don't try and be Marisa. Marisa's the best Marisa that she can be. Don't be Carrie Williams. Don't be me. Don't be Tony freaking Robbins. All you have to do is be Kathy Enking, you know, Jessica, Jenny, Kat, Don. You guys just be the freaking best you. That's it. That's all you got to do is just be the best you. And people will resonate with that. Kat, did you get your bedroom clean? Shake your head.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Yes. Atta girl. All right. I got nothing else.
You know, one of the things I used to do, can you hear me? Or I still do.
Yep.
When I'm talking to somebody, I'm barefoot and I go outside and I walk. And I've done that since day one when I speak to people, because it's the same thing when he had us moving our bodies and sitting up tall. You got to be that. And I used to just walk around a lot, you know, and just be on that phone, and there's power there and there's passion, and people feel that and they see that, and that's what they're connecting with. And I love the breath work, Kevin. I actually we call it breath of light in my yoga. And I loved that. That was so grounding for me. And it is just beautiful to just take a moment, you guys, if you will just breathe every day and take a moment for time out. I mean, my meditation is first and foremost in the morning, and that phone stays on airplane mode for the most of the time. And I went outside this morning and just grounded myself. And it's really important before, and if you can do that too, take that time out for yourself before you get on this thing. Seriously,
Yep.
That is, your day has been hijacked if this is the first thing you're looking at. And it's not right. It's not fair to you as a human being and as a business builder. Nurture you first and foremost, and the other stuff will happen.
It's all the values, you guys, putting yourself first. That's why Jenny and I were going back and forth last week, is where are you in the equation all the time? I just want to give you guys this as we close this call. I have a Drake University tenured professor that was a client of mine for 90 days. He came to me and said he had to learn how to put himself first. And he hired me for 90 days to figure out how to do that. Those two techniques I just gave you in breathing today, along with one simple phrase, I can't do that, but I can do this. So instead of trying to be everything to everybody else, I know a lot of you guys serve everybody all the time. Instead of trying to get everything done, just say, you know what, I can't do that, but I can do this. Just try that next time. But those two breathing techniques and that phrase completely changed his life. Completely changed his life. So here's a professor. Dude's smart. He's got a business. He's an international businessman. He's flying all over the world all the time. All I had to do is help him breathe. And his associates were like, what happened to you? They're like, you are such a different person. He would enter meetings different. He wasn't like rolling his eyes in the meetings. He wasn't like that guy. And because of that, everybody else wanted to be around him instead of like starting to push him off. You guys, He drives now in his car and he does the 5-5-7 before he shows up to a meeting. He'll sit and do the hand pumps before he goes into something that's a big deal. He even has his students do 5-5-7 breathing, then the hand pumps before doing a test to empower them. And we're experimenting to see if they get better results in their tests. So just get in the right states, it'll change your life. So I know you got to jump.
What a gift you are. Thank you so much. I love you so much. And we can't hear you because you're muted.
I said love you too.
Oh.
That's why I was doing the sign language. I was like, love.
All right. Well, I can't wait to share this recording. Anna, thank you so much for being vulnerable, putting your heart out there and your soul.
Absolutely.
That was incredible. We all learned so much from this. Thank you. All right, everybody. Carrie Dickey call is right now. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.